And I'm glad that you're here because I got the cameras out because I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes because as the producer of the Jace Hall show, we're going into season 5.
Wow, you made it this far.
Since Jason's running a little bit late, I wanted to ask you a couple questions, what you've been up to, Tay. For anyone that doesn't know, this is the amazing Tay Zonday right here.
Always doing original music, youtube.com/Tay Zonday. Just did the dance-on competition on YouTube, that was fun. I do promos for the MLB Network now.
The MLB, Major League Baseball. Look, Jason's late for your meeting, right? Can I just talk to you? I'm interested in just maybe trying to find someone to come in and fill his role.
That would be awesome. This should be the Tay Zonday show.
Really?
Absolutely.
How long have you wanted to do the Jace Hall show?
Since you just said that.
We have managed to talk our way into some behind-the-scenes, early development look at PlanetSide 2. I have with me sort of the key gentlemen who are overseeing the creation of this epic game, or as I understand, is supposed to be an epic game.
You could say gigantic.
Gigantic?
Incredinormous.
Matt Higbee, we remember you because you were involved with Clone Wars, the game.
That's right. As a designer, it's my job to make sure that the right features are going in at the right times. It's all about using the heavy hand.
Yeah, you know, I think the team would be a lot less demoralized if Matt wasn't so heavy-handed.
How are we doing with the hand now? I mean, are you bringing the hand to PlanetSide here?
My life has changed a lot since then. And your episode from last season, seeing myself through other people's eyes, you know, I kind of made a revelation about like who I was and who I wanted to be. And you know, I'm not quite as heavy-handed.
Can I see it?
I don't really want to. No, I don't really want to show you. Try to.
Kind of a delicate subject.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. He was.
HR was involved.
HR.
Let's focus on.
I mean, we'll move right on. I just want to just see it.
That's just a part of my past, man.
Use motor oil in your Molotov cocktails, makes them stick better.
Nobly done.
What are some secrets in that game?
Some secrets?
Yeah, just tell me one thing I need to know to win that game.
To win?
Yeah.
First sword of the realm.
Okay, first of all, damage isn't important.
Damage.
You know, a lot of people focus on damage. You don't want to do that. Like,
okay.
Hey Jay, how does that sound to you?
It's terrible.
You're on the phone, so maybe you can't hear the actual bass because you've got like an iPhone or something?
That's not what it is. I need a good voice. I need the blood voice.
Let the bloodbath begin. Massacre.
So just no weapons or items when I play D3.
Yeah, you don't need that stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, get all the items.
So I shouldn't get the items?
No, real men, they don't need weapons, and you just go in, play monk, go in just with your fist.
Well, let's run it again. This will be Diablo 3, take 57, think bloodier voice.
See, I think she's getting him to say all this. I don't. Oh, wait, can she hear me?
I can hear you, Jace. Can we just get 2 takes?
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay. You know, I found it to be very interesting that you guys are dressed so well. I mean, it's unusual to come to a development. You know, it's always jeans and casual stuff. You guys, look at you.
It's Tie Day Friday. This is an important thing for the PlanetSide team. You know, everybody dresses up. On the team, everybody comes in on Friday wearing a tie, and it's like kind of a way that it's a team bonding thing.
This builds morale.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one here likes Tie Day Friday. No one.
528 is a very respectable score for your first game. I have to beat that now. If I don't, any one of these wonderful things is yours. You can just take it. Of course, I have to score less than 279 points.
I find that really hard.
Well, things happen. I mean, Moses parted the Red Sea. That was probably statistically improbable.
That is amazing.
I beat this guy. Little does he know, I'm old school gamer too.
Excited because we've never played video games before. We have our pretty sparkle bedazzled avatar, and we're so excited. Oh no! Oh!
Well, it's a strong 70 points.
We didn't win. We didn't even get close to winning. In fact, he doubled our score in like 10 seconds.
Another body.
It's the red line that did it.
It's the, yes, keeps me up. Who's next? We're here with MC Lars. How's it going?
Good afternoon.
There's a whole hip-hop style rising up, and it's called nerdcore. And we're here at a secret club where they're giving a performance. And MC Lars is one of the premier artists.
Obsessed with success, unlike Steve Wozniak. On the hunt for this mammal that once took my leg. With my worn down crew and my man Quee Quay.
What started it?
My first song was a William Shakespeare rap for my sophomore English class. I took Macbeth and turned it into a rap song. I called it Rap Beth. I was 16.
Did you get a good grade?
I got a good grade, I got an A. So I figured, why not do this as a career?
I'm sitting here with one of the top nerdcore groups, Boss Fights. They're getting ready to perform here at this venue.
I hated mainstream hip hop. It was just not talking about anything I was interested in, not talking about anything I liked. So we did our own thing, and it just started from there.
I'm actually standing with one of the OGs from nerdcore hip hop, Whitey Cracker. That's YT Cracker.
I was just doing this digital gangster brand of hip hop. Like, I wanted to take what I knew on the internet and put it to hip hop. So I was gonna be a poet of the bits and bytes rather than poet of the streets.
What is nerdcore to you? Why do you do it? What's it all about?
I believe MC Hawking said it best when he correlated it to the Supreme Court's definition of obscenity. He says, I don't know how to define it, but I'll know it when I hear it.
When I say nerd, you say life. Nerd, life, nerd, life.
If I had my way, we will gradually get him out of the show this season.
He is kind of like a big, awkward man with a tinny voice.
I never thought of it that way, but that is an accurate description.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure this out. So when you do talk to Jace, just don't bring this up. That's just the circle of trust.
What happens on leather stays on leather. This should be the Tay Zonday show because I play video games. I have a big audience that I could bring. I'm more relevant than Jace Hall.
Okay,
I could do it.
That is like the enthusiasm I need.
Whoa. Why are you in my office? Why are these cameras in here rolling?
Because we're practicing the 3D cameras that you insisted on buying, and I'm talking to Tay.
I'm in 3D.
Don't crash my meeting.
First of all, you're late for the meeting, so.
I'm like 2 minutes behind schedule.
Did you just look at your watch?
Oh.
Really? Really? You just looked at your watch?
See, the problem is games of today simply don't challenge you guys. It's very difficult for you guys to develop skills like this playing these games that they make with easy modes and trainers and all these sorts of things. And it does you guys a disservice. I'm telling you, if you went and grabbed an Atari and just practiced the basic games, your skill would you destroy your friends in Xbox and play. I mean, you destroy them. And that's why, like, when I'm playing people at like Street Fighter, they just think I'm cheating or something. No.
So this game gives you that visceral moment-to-moment gameplay experience that you get from playing something like a Battlefield or a Modern Warfare. But it's backed up by having not only the persistence of when you capture a base, it's yours until somebody comes and gets it back from you. The map doesn't just switch. So there's actual feeling there of we progressed, we captured it, we own it, now we're gaining resources from having it. But there's also the whole thing of your characters advancing, sort of like an MMO in that way. It's an MMO FPS. Certain guilds might be focused on fighting with heavy armor. They're a tank-focused guild. And you know that if those guys are deployed on the field, that you don't have to worry about tanks right now, because some badass dudes that are good at tanking are handling that role. And so you guys can concentrate on what you're good at. Maybe it's air cavalry. Maybe it's infiltration, so you can sneak in and assassinate guys and capture bases. So there's a huge amount of MMO mechanics that make the experience of playing the awesome, super visceral moment-to-moment shooter that much cooler.
What sort of classes do you have in this? I mean, are there classes?
Yeah, there are. So there's 6 different classes that players can switch between, and they all have really unique roles. So if you're playing an infiltrator, for instance, you can play that character as a sniper where you're playing more long range, but you can also play it as like a sneak up behind enemy lines and stab people in the back. Each of our classes has these unique different ways to play that are totally based on the way that you outfit it.
Speaking of outfitting, one of the things I wanted to ask you, this tie thing, this tie Friday thing.
You like it? How's this one?
No, I mean, no, it's
you got to admit I'm looking better than you.
Look, it's an
right?
amazing tie, but is there really this tie-dye Friday?
Of course, it's great. It's a team building thing. The whole team gets into it. It's really fun.
Well, no, because there's been some conflict about maybe whether or not that was really happening.
What do you mean? Who was saying something bad about tie-dye Friday?
No one was saying anything bad.
Was somebody saying that we weren't?
No one here likes Tie Day Friday.
People had said and mentioned that maybe the tie,
Who said that?
No.
I'd like to know who would say that, because it's really difficult for us to have a team building exercise when people are.
The hand. I thought we weren't using the. Someone who's being exposed to nerdcore for the first time, what are some of the things that you would want them to notice about it?
The thing about nerdcore that's good is the fans are happy to be themselves, and the artists are happy to be themselves, and you might hear a little bit about Star Wars, and that might resonate with you. Or you might hear a little bit about computer hacking, and that might resonate with you.
Hip hop is always about being yourself and being true.
Right.
So the construct of a nerd is something that have many different connotations. Like a comic book nerd, me, I'm a literature nerd. Whitey Cracker's like he's into hacking. You know, hip hop nerds. So if you're really into something like a niche culture, that could be considered nerdcore if you're writing raps about it.
So a sports fan is kind of a sports nerd.
Yeah.
Music-wise, we're making music that, you know, relates to our life as far as what we're interested in. We got sci-fi, we got comic book nerds, we got Doctor Who nerd, we got video game nerd. I mean, like, we all have our own little sections, and that's how we came together and just can collaborate.
The fan base is kind of growing with the technology itself and how it's become just basically ubiquitous in everyone's lives.
What's the message, John?
Basically that it's cool to be smart and it's cool to be yourself, and that the typical, you know, mainstream pop, hip hop construct of the club rap and you know, the partying, all that stuff is just one facet of hip hop. Hip hop can be about anything.
It looks like I beat your score, but that was a really good effort. Tell your dad that you want an Atari so that you can become epic. Do you want a red vine?
Yeah.
Good job.
If you can't beat Diablo in Inferno difficulty without wearing any items, then you really shouldn't be playing the game. You're really not a good player.
For honor!
I appreciate this because I thought you're mad that I suggested Jace to do this, but this is really nice advice.
For honor!
Let me talk to Jay. Awesome. Jay, this is costing us time and money, and
you know, I have very limited time for this, so it's really impacting my schedule.
I understand, Andre. Let's do this. You know, if you just give him the script and just tell him he's doing a great job.
And then you can just go and just leave him.
It'll be hilarious.
We're leaving my office. That's what we are doing. Out of my couch.
I just want you to know.
Up.
I just want you to know.
You
You're bringing all this on yourself. I had a great time talking to Adam for the last 20 minutes since you were late.
It was not, you couldn't have been.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, thanks, gotta go, bye.
You guys don't have to roll on this meeting. Adam, circle of trust, buddy.
Sorry about that. I didn't. Really, we're filming?
Awkward. Yeah, we're still filming. We're testing the 3D, you know, 3D here.
What was
3D
that?
here.
What was he doing?
3D. It's like that.
We're here with Vernon Davis. We're gonna try some Kaboom. We're gonna play some Kaboom. I figured let's get him on the Jace Hall show.
Ah, you kidding me? Here, we'll find some people wearing ties. Yeah.
I've never wore a tie.
What's legitimate then? What's the...
Well, when you actually, you know, get on stage,